I'm sorry. All
Okay,
capped through
so, our covenants say 300 square foot. We have permits for land use that are photocopied with signature on that she doles out,
That's not my
because
problem.
that's how I got my permits for my garage, was the same way.
First thing they asked though, is it a greenhouse?
Is it a greenhouse? Yeah, exactly.
It's got 2 windows.
So with that being said, we already have water issues. The county has put a moratorium on it. The county has also stated they're going to try to get state law to put in if they only have a 12-plant grow.
Right, but this
That's
doesn't
not
have
true.
anything to do
Hold
with
on
her
a second.
marijuana grow.
Hold
This
on a
is a
second.
building permit
Thank
issue.
But our covenants say 300 square foot.
And then why do we have board members that have more than 300 square foot
Because
greenhouse?
it was under the table.
But let me finish
so-
speaking, okay? Y'all want grants to get this stuff done? To get the, the well done and the pipeline and the
Not gonna
meters and
happen.
everything else gonna happen? I've already got a big fat no from the federal government because marijuana is not federally approved. So you're limiting what you're doing to maintain and improve this area for us by allowing certain situations to continue. And I'm not saying you got a greenhouse, I don't care what your greenhouse is for. But our covenants are 300 square foot.
And then everybody needs to take them down, including board members.
Which board member has it?
Okay, but we have board members that have
Okay.
without permits.
I just have one question on
And
this.
wait,
Yeah.
what is your name?
McKee, Russell.
Thank you. Okay.
So my only question is,
Can't sustain that.
who lost the paperwork? Was it over there or
I
over
have
here?
no idea.
It was me. I
Okay.
misplaced it.
And this is not personal, but any
Okay, I
entity I
understand
go,
what
hold on, let me finish.
But I
I'll
found
let
it.
you finish,
But I
hang
found
on. Any entity I've ever gone to, government, HOA, board, anything else, if I go get paperwork and I fill it out and I lose that paperwork, when I have to go and get new paperwork and resubmit it, that's the new date on it.
That's fine, but I have the original I have here with my hand. I found it.
Well,
But
I
it's not
understand that, but it's not dated.
But that's not my problem. That's the office problem.
And there's no record of it, that's the
That's
problem.
not
That
my
might be
problem. I
their
have
fault.
everybody's signature there.
That
How can I
might-
get everybody's signature?
And that might be their fault, but it's not dated.
That's not my problem.
Well, that's how you got the signature. You
And then that's
asked.
how you got it too, right?
Yeah, that's exactly how I got it.
Perfect.
That's why she wants.
I don't
also-
know.
That's why I want it.
That's why she's here to get it.
Because I
Exactly.
invested in July.
Thank you.
100.
And I didn't
Covenants
sign
are
that.
300.
Okay.
Jason,
What, am I asked to vote?
you had your,
No, I didn't.
yes, for me to go home.
I
You
wanted
had
to
your
make
hand
one.
up? Did you have a question? or did you-
I don't think I had a question. No, if this is, so in regards to the 300 square feet, that was a special, conditional, I don't know what it was called. The board set a special rule of 300 square feet. 350 square feet. The board then started doing the variance on that, the same as we do for the 20-year-old trailers. If they have their permits done for their septic, their electric, their water, their building, everything's done and done, they'll give them a variance for a bigger greenhouse. Because that 350 square foot greenhouse has nothing to do with them having a septic installed. So they can put a greenhouse in 350 square foot without abiding by any rules. So the people who abide by the rules want a variance to go over that 350, is all it was. Now, some of them we did cap saying that's too big, or that's, we've done different things like that in the past. But basically, you're asking for a variance over.
Yeah, so the people that want to do it the right way
Remember
is
the
doing it
20-year-old
wrong.
trailer, we didn't allow it, but then we allowed a variance. That's it.
All right.
Oh, I
About
have,
this issue?
it's on this issue.
Okay.
Or I wouldn't raise my hand.
You can't put us off the same
Okay,
issue.
in the water usage, the
And don't
reason why
trespass on
I am.
Guys,
The reason why I'm complaining in the water issue, when marijuana became legalized, okay, what year was that? 09, 13? Because when we started doing commercial grows out here in the KB, you can tell the years that we had water breaks because our acre feet of water in, I think it was 2013 that they started doing it. In 2013, the acre feet of water that year produced by our main well that does our well water was 59.7 acre feet of water. Then the next year we had a water break and it jumped up to 97.3 feet. And then there wasn't any grows at the moment and it dropped back down to 50.1 acre feet of water. In 16, it went to 81.6 acre feet of water. 2017, which is the high point of the grows, it went to 116.1 acre feet of water. last year, 2018, 137.8 acre feet of water. That pond out there is 2 acre feet of water.
We've also sold 200 lots in that amount of time. So it's kind of hard to adjust. It's all because of marijuana.
Yes, but,
We wouldn't have the infrastructure we have now out here if not for the
You can go to the
marijuana.
park.
yes, but the water usage is going up. And eventually, we're gonna
Yes.
have to mitigate those wells.
Restrict people.
Okay,
That's what we're trying to do.
When
Okay.
20,000 square foot.
Meters.
Meters in like you're
Good
supposed
meters,
to.
let's
And I
pay
got
water
paperwork
money.
for that.
Look, let's pay more money, monthly
David.
water bills.
come on,
There's the meter paperwork.
David.
Okay, is your house done? Is your house done, ma'am?
The-
No, they haven't voted yet.
Is your house done?
Yes, my house is done, all
You
the
have a
permits and
septic
everything.
system.
I have everything I need.
So
Yes,
if she
Wendy.
has jumped through the hoops.
Yeah, Wendy
Thank
wouldn't have
you.
given her that paperwork to come to us until she finished all of those first.
She has technically done everything
Yes.
accordingly, regardless of what it's being used for.
Yes.
I think it's very obvious what it's being used for, because she's threatening everybody else that has grows.
I'm not threatening anybody, I'm just
Check
tired.
everybody's permits. That's
Okay,
all.
that's not a threat, that's a promise, because I'm,
Everybody's already
listen,
set up,
They're
they're making
shut
it
up
more
like they're defending
difficult.
you right now.
I know,
okay,
so I'm
listen,
not
I've been
arguing.
at this for
Don't
6
Yeah,
months
shut
already.
up, he's the thing.
Okay, don't tell me to shut up, don't disrespect me,
All right,
okay? Because I didn't tell you to disrespect me.
down.
Don't tell me to sit down
All I
either.
was gonna say is some people already have it, and now they're making it more difficult on the other people.
When you boil it down, none of us have a vote in this meeting. Those people that are sitting around that table is the only ones here to vote.
Okay, good. But you guys have your comments, and I have mine.
Yeah,
And I don't think I'm asking for
Tell
much.
them to the board.
Okay, I didn't interrupt.
You have been interrupted.
Okay, because I've been fighting for my rights. You need to mind your own business, thank you.
That's why I'm here, because I own a lot here.
Oh,
So
good,
don't
I
tell
own
me to
mine.
mind
Good for
my own
you.
business.
Good for you.
Sit your ass down.
You know
Sit
that.
your fat ass down. I'm
Hey,
sorry.
shut
Sit
your
down.
fucking
You
mouth.
shut up, bitch.
don't talk to my wife that
Yeah, don't talk about me either.
Everyone's gonna shut the fuck up, right the fuck now, you too, everyone, shut up.
So
Now
now
then.
they're trying to have a meeting.
Back to
Nothing's
the,
gonna
back to
happen.
the board.
Right on.
What's the board's decision?
Right on.
All right, I had a question, thank you.
Just as a question, I know that what she does is her business, but she pretty much said she's gonna do a commercial grow.
I'm not doing a commercial growth.
So
I never
21
said those words out of my mouth. So don't put words in my mouth.
So on that, I'm looking at, we technically can't have a business being run on the KV.
No, this is coming to us from the land use office as a personal medical marijuana grow.
She
For
couldn't possibly do
2,100
that
square
much
feet?
marijuana.
It doesn't say it's all for marijuana, or if she's, it's all vegetable garden, it doesn't say anything on it.
Right, I was just asking, that was the question.
Right,
As I
that's
know
what I'm
the
saying,
ones
that's
with
what
big
it comes
plastic
to
out
us
there,
as.
we're not naive,
Anything
I know
above
that's
that's
a
a HIPAA
commercial grow to
violation, I
sell.
can't ask her
which is a
what her
business.
doctor said.
And we know that if she files for a permit for it.
All right.
But that
So,
doesn't
so
come
then
with,
you know it.
right, but it doesn't come with her building paperwork.
But the covenants say she can't have a business, is what I'm just saying.
Right, it's
On the
not
property.
licensed as a business, that's what I'm saying, it's coming to us as a personal medical marijuana.
She's filing it as that, but she'll have a commercial grow permit with the state, correct?
No, I won't.
No, it's a medical marijuana, personal
It has
medical,
nothing
is
to
what
do
the
with
state
commercial.
gave her. She took it to the
So
county.
6 plants, 2,100 square feet.
I don't know if the county gave her a variance for more than that.
They haven't given me any variance yet.
Okay.
Until
And
December,
for-
they don't give you anything. The point is that I want to start the greenhouse because of the dirt gets really hard in the winter. That's the whole point. I don't even have the money to do it completely,
Okay.
okay? I just want to start it before December, in the winter.
Right, so she doesn't even have a permit with the county to grow more than whatever
12
plants.
plants.
Okay,
That's all I
we're
have.
gonna, where did Marty go? Where's
So I guess this isn't on that topic
Green.
yet, because she hasn't got that far.
Okay, okay, thank you.
Marty, please come over here.
Right now, it's until the county.
He's
says
rating the
otherwise.
refrigerator.
Bring me up.
That's right. You got long sentences?
All right, we have an application in front of, oh, I had it, where is it? I had an application in front of me.
It looks to me like it's already approved.
What I wanted on record, the motion to deny or a motion to approve this application today. Isabel Pacheco. I have a motion to approve the application. Do I have a second?
No.
I have a second.
This is a business meeting. This is a business meeting.
I need a vote on the motion to approve this. All in favor, raise your right hand.
See, I don't understand why. Oh, first off, there's a date here on this one. There's no sign. Why is there a date here?
That was the whole
And
problem.
if-
There was
That's
next
the
day.
problem, that's been the problem. Is this was the paperwork that approved it in the June meeting, it was not dated, it was lost. And so then Kena put a new paperwork on
It
this
was
thing.
never kept down in my
These
file.
signatures, I was president then, and Davis wasn't a board member then, so I denied it because I knew nothing about it. It's not in any of the minutes.
Okay, all right,
And so
okay.
we're putting, we're
Okay, all right, okay.
making the motions on it
Okay,
today.
all right, I
To
understand.
deny it or approve
I
it,
understand.
and it's gonna go in the minutes, and that's what it's gonna be. So I have a motion and a second. Do I have a vote in favor of the, motion to approve it? Raise your right hand. There's your votes.
Bullshit.
Do I have a motion, what
It's
is
a
it?
business meeting. It's not.
All against?
So I'm saying it's bullshit.
I'll let you take care of HOA business.
Mike, why can't we vote on this too? We have to live here.
It's board business.
It's board business.
Why do we even come to that then?
Next is to go to Squatch County Land Use, and then we'll go to the commissioners, and
So
then
we
we'll go to
don't
the
have
planning
any
commission, and
input
you
at
can
all.
voice
Shut up.
your,
You can bring up a topic to add to the agenda to make a motion to change something. I don't know when we come time to change our covenants or our governing policies.
2023,
Right, so you would make a motion in the next 4 years to change our governing policies or our,
in the next 4 years.
right. to
By
be-
that time, it's gonna be all pot houses.
all right, we have another application before us for a construction approval. What's that name? Say it louder.
Sarmiento Ramirez.
Thank you. So that is for a house, 3,500 square foot house, block R, lot 7. They're asking for permission to build a 3,500 square foot cabin. That's a big old cabin.
That's a nice.
That's gonna be a nice house.
Nothing ever started
I have no idea.
Never started on
They started it, but then they stopped until we approved it.
No, houses, we should have. And this is Wormston.
R7, so it's down, you
it.
know.
Right behind that, right.
Across the street. Third one down?
Yep.
Fourth one?
It's just a
It's
right.
got a girl already.
He's got a girl,
It's right across the street from my house.
and it has no permits.
So it's right, so this is
And I'm trying to
17,
do it right.
and the lake is over here, and you cross 17, and you go down Hazard Street, and then it takes the first right, and so it's R7.
But it has to be fenced. Just wait here. Well, wait a minute. A greenhouse has to be fenced. Okay, should I go see what's going on there?
I have a motion to accept this, do I have a second?
And then.
This isn't for a greenhouse.
No, it's a house,
House, living.
3,500 square foot house.
Right, that's what got me confused when I asked you.
I have a motion from,
Hold on, before
Chad.
you vote, please,
I gotta get my vote first.
before you vote.
I have a second from Luby,
Share what you were just saying about this property.
and now we have general discussion. And Doug took the floor whether he wanted to or not.
This person, sorry, this person.
No, Doug,
I asked if Tabitha could share her information with you.
This guy's already got a grill on his house. This is the guy across the street from me. So he's already got a big house, he's already got the grow. This is a secondary house on the lot next to it,
okay,
is what it is.
well, it's called a residence.
Oh, yeah.
Is there a septic there? A septic permit?
No, this is for a house.
Yeah, I know, is there a septic permit?
No.
Good question. But I don't know that you have to do a septic before we're building the house.
I don't know what land use
Well,
codes
wouldn't
are.
you look, does that septic in to run the pipes and everything?
COVID, so.
I did.
Do we have a motion and a second to approve this application? Do all in favor, raise your right hand. And Marty even voted too. And now Steve is voting.
No, I'm not voting. Well, I have a question. I stood here at the meeting last year and I held up the piece of paper saying what you had to have on your residence. You had to have a home.
This
You
is,
had to have,
this is for a house.
okay, this is something else. You had to have a septic system. You had to have all this. But Mr. Ed Davis was taking kickbacks and people were building, he approved greenhouses on people's property and had nothing.
That's why they're here.
And the greenhouses are still there. What are we gonna do about them?
Land use is supposed to be pulling those records and double checking. When I call on them one by one, that's what I get from land use.
All right.
Oh, we'll pull the
We hope our
papers.
new board members and president doesn't take bribes.
I wish I did, I'd drive a better car.
Are you gonna take a ride?
We have, okay, we've got junk over by the RV building that has been there before I moved here 25 years ago.
Junk.
Junk, it is junk.
And while we're on the topic of junk, there's a culvert still sitting at the end of Barbara J. Ford that our illustrious backhoe crew left there when they
Yes, did not pay us
attempted.
their ends when they installed that last call.
Because we're not finished there.
Then why do we pay them? Then it's on the bill for that.
That's right, it's right there, it's over there.
It is that we are paying, we agreed to pay.
It's not
I
done.
have a
They
problem
pay.
It's nothing, we're paying for all the work they did, and we're gonna get it finished, and we're gonna go on. Today's the 13th. There's junk over by the RV building, I'd like to get it removed.
Sit down.
Do I have a motion to remove that 30-year-old junk? I have a motion, and I have a second. There's a bunch of junk by the RV building. I want it cleaned up.
When is the, inside the.
What does removing it mean?
Bill has a question.
Right, because some of that's not junk, and I've heard that we've had offers of people wanting to buy those pieces over there. Or it's antique farm equipment, it's worth hundreds of dollars, or I've heard all kinds of stuff.
I drove by it, and I did a tetanus shot looking at it. the
I
other day.
understand that. but one of
While we're on
the-
this subject, junk, what we gonna do with this road grader
Nothing right now.
Nothing?
Yard art.
I think old Davis ought to be persuaded to pay for that. He made the decision to buy it.
All right, I'd like to have a motion. I would like to have a community bulletin board, and I would like to have signs on the end of the wheelchair ramp that says no parking, and this is a wheelchair ramp. And I would like that in the same motion, if you guys, and I think the community bulletin board, then we could post notices, and anybody else could post whatever they would like to post on that.
Can we put it within camera view? It would be fantastic.
And then down here at the end of the handicap ramp, I want signs that says no parking there, and then a handicap ramp sign. And so I would love to do steel because it would last forever, but I can't figure out what to do, so what about those pressure treated posts?
Or is it considered a street sign? If it's a street sign, the pressure treated post would lose it.
No, it's a bulletin board and no parking and
The
wheelchair
last
ramp.
pressure treated lumber we bought curved and tweaked real bad, didn't it?
Not 2x4s, those round, they,
That's what we bought.
they weren't
And
too.
it turned into a C shape.
What do you guys suggest?
Can't you have the county, talk to the county, see if you can get a wheelchair or a handicap placard? They laminate them on a piece of metal
Home
and.
Depot sell them.
I can buy the bloody sign at Walmart, I want a post to put it on.
Deal.
Put it on metal.
Concrete, or just take a 2-inch pipe, stick it down in concrete.
I know where there's one that can be used.
But for the
Got a damn
library,
sign on it, don't belong there.
I would think so, recycling that out here.
Is that your motion?
Well, that's what you said, and I'm agreeing. Yeah. to
Can I have a motion for those two things?
I make a motion. Second.
All in favor? Jack made an airplane out of it. Oh, there it is. Somebody, it passed.
No,
It's right here.
No, that's the capital.
Yes, I mean,
So we'll have to, I can send Wendy a letter.
No, that's not it.
That's not it.
that's what it says. Something you have to remember.
He made it.
There's building permit.
That's not his. That's someone else.
So what's he gonna take that when he's done? I probably can copy of it.
So we have another one?
Yeah.
Mike, we have another one?
One what?
The building permit.
Another building permit.
Isabel's.
Another one that hasn't been presented.
Here's Isabel's, the paperwork I got from land use. That's all I got from land use.
Where's the paperwork that you brought in?
I gave it to you guys.
it's right,
Before the.
right here.
It was right there.
This is what I got from land use.
There's no signature. I have one with signatures and one without signatures.
All right, it'll come up. These are the ones that I got from land use. It'll come up, we'll find it, or I'll find it. All right, where am I at?
KV,
He has everything.
How do you pronounce the last name?
Gutierrez.
Gutierrez. We have a construction application for your consideration from Louis Gutierrez, block MM, lot 15, 1,000 square foot shed, and a 420 square foot tiny house. Are they
You
connected?
only brought copies. So we didn't sign it.
We're not growing, Paul.
Didn't we? We approved first, but we just didn't sign off on
I
it.
know, we're gonna have to get paperwork to sign on hers.
Yeah, because these were copies, so we need a fresh receipt.
So I have an application.
Thousand square foot shed and a 400 square foot tiny house.
I thought we had a limit on that by governor. 650 square feet.
For a house.
It's six,
You guys made, what's his name up there, the preacher jumped through hoops on.
You made
Oh,
it
yeah.
600 square feet for a single floor, 800 square feet
But
for
they're
two
tiny
stories.
houses that are already
It's
here.
the other way around. The shed is 400
The
feet
sheds
now.
or whatever they are. Their child still built one that was smaller than 600.
did you say lot 15, Mike? What is that block and lot?
Lot 15, block MM.
MM.
Volume 3.
It's, Mike, he's telling me it's the other way around. The shed is 450 feet, and,
The house is 1,000?
yeah. They're both two sheds, which is fine, that's what he's telling me.
Oh, have him change,
It needs to be
change
changed.
it around, have him change this one.
Reverse.
Okay, so that works. So our covenants say, one story 600 and two story 800.
So were those loft sheds considered two-story?
No.
The county makes it permitted as such, I believe.
A lot of that stuff was brought in about
But I don't know if that makes it 800.
What happened to that app? We gotta get that, we gotta get going.
He's changing the.
Yeah, you got some cat on me on little dogs and whatever else.
Yeah, he's really handy, so he can help you with that.
Well, the more people, the merrier.
So it's 1,000 square foot residence and a 400 square foot house.
Yeah,
EMM
15.
15. Do I have a motion for or against? I have a motion for, where's my secretary?
Probably get copies.
All right, I have a motion.
Somebody's a union hand.
Luby made a motion to approve. Do I have a second? All in favor, raise your right hand. Nah, she'll love me, guys.
I just had a question for clarification on the permits that are, you guys are approving or everything right now. If it's for construction at all, aren't you guys supposed to approve plans before you approve the permit for it?
That's how we also need to have an architect.
That's been the standard since I've been here for 2 years.
Yeah, the city is the one that moves them.
No,
It comes
but
in here to be
it
presented.
says it has to be approved, the plans, the drawings have to be approved by the board before the permit can be approved.
Color,
They just put.
picture proof, we need to appoint an architectural committee.
Yeah.
And,
Because I did the same thing.
But you guys, what I'm saying is you guys shouldn't be approving permits without seeing and
Right,
approving
that's what I'm
the
saying, I
plans
did the
first.
same thing, but I don't think the board approved it, they just put it in a file that went with my property or whatever, so the plans.
Well, I'm saying, like, when they put the garage up, they had to bring drawings for the garage to get approved by you
I had
guys
to
before
bring
they
in
could put it up.
color samples of what we
I
were
used to
doing.
have one when I was president before.
How about you, if we make a motion
You have to get soil
to start an
separated.
architectural committee and put contractors on it? That way they know what the heck they're talking about.
So when I ask for 1,000 by 100 square foot building out there on my 3rd acre, I better not hear no complaints. I'm not joking.
Okay, you're gonna love me.
I've been working on drawings for freaking 3 months. I guess I don't have to do them now.
Luby made a motion, Jack seconded, all agreed to accept this.
Thank God they build whatever we want.
But you were gone.
Public land use, go and get some permits there.
No, it has to, they have to
Well,
approve it before.
the whole purpose I bring that up is because just blindly approving 1,000 square feet or 600 square feet or whatever it is, you don't know what they're putting up. I mean, and I'm not talking about what they're using for or anything else, but you could very, very, very well end up with a freaking OSB shack.
No, I agree. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this differently.
Yeah, okay.
Swatch County,
You gotta submit that stuff to the land use when you go in there and get your village permit.
Well, and that's what we were told, is that if we didn't have the board's sign off on our drawn plans, we couldn't take it, that you guys had to work with the building department, that they would not approve our plans without your signature on it.
But land use.
all right, let's go moving on.
Meeting with land use tomorrow, so we'll have to understand these things.
July 3rd, Swatch County
Right, that's
passed
the thing, they're
a
supposed to sign up
medical
on the actual
marijuana
plans, drawn
moratorium.
plans, not just permits. Yeah.
Hard?
Land use.
Not just something.
Yeah, it takes
Except the
time.
split
You
plans.
just draw a box, say, let's see what happens, you know what I'm saying?
And land use comes to your house and checks it out.
Oh, yeah, they came in.
Yeah, they came to mine.
Yeah, because somebody told me I had more bedrooms than I had.
Come on in.
I need copies of that.
Thank you.
We need copies of them.
Tell Tina needs to make copies.
Tina, ¿qué te hace tomorrow? Mañana puedes venir.
What do you guys feel about a marijuana moratorium at KV?
I love it. Yes. Not a living marijuana.
A marijuana moratorium in the Lazy KV.
Yes.
I'm not sure what that would entail.
Yeah, what does that entail?
Did you read the one Swatch County has?
Yes.
If they approved it, but there would be no new
So
permits
what-
after that.
But they don't come to us for approval on any marijuana stuff, so what are we putting a moratorium?
Just like this application here, it must come to KV first before it goes to Swatch County.
What, the greenhouse?
if we have a moratorium, then of course we'll say,
No, I'm not sure what you're talking about, for the variance for more than the plant count?
marijuana
For any
moratorium
marijuana grow, they're saying.
across the board.
So the KV
What
doesn't
about the
have a
12
say
plants
so
that everybody's
on
allowed to
anything
grow by
other
state
than,
law?
if they want to go down, so if I have 24 plants, and I go down there and I get a permit to grow 24 plants, and I have my tax for my 24 plants, that's me going to the county and getting those and coming back. There's no permit, the KV doesn't have a say-so, there's no paperwork that comes here, that's my HIPAA rights with my property. That's like saying, we're gonna have a Tylenol ban in the KV. You can't really, because they don't have to come to you to ask permission to do that.
She
Now,
just did.
that's for her greenhouse.
Greenhouse
That's
only.
marijuana.
That's not.
So you're saying we're banning greenhouses now?
I'm asking the board if they are interested in a marijuana.
No, see, you're saying a marijuana moratorium, we don't have that. Now, if they want to apply for an extended plant count, which is what the moratorium the county did, they're not issuing an extended plant count on more than 24 plants.
Exactly.
Nothing more than what state.
So the only way the KV has a say-so on that is if we go in there just to voice our opinion, which is what I did at the last meeting, saying, look, there's so many in the KV, the board feels that there's enough, so they put in the moratorium. That's why they did that, because I was there and they asked my opinion. Wendy sent us emails and asked that we go in there and give our opinion on that stuff, so that's why they put in that moratorium.
But wait,
But I understand what you're saying as being a general overall consensus of the board, but there's really nothing we have a say-so on. They can still do it anyways, because they can't give them papers, regardless of what we vote on.
Like you can go in front of the planning commission and argue.
But that's, you're asking them what
You
their
can't
use
tell
is.
me that the KV board cannot say, we do not want any more greenhouses in KV
You're
for
applying
this
intended
6
use.
months.
You're applying intended use. You're saying marijuana variation. Well, so what are they doing in that greenhouse? Now you're getting into public privacy. So you're gonna go and check their greenhouse and make sure they have tomatoes or carrots or marijuana or
not the tomatoes.
that's what I'm asking. What line
I
are you
don't know,
asking that we
actually
draw?
don't know, because this is just.
So you're making a motion, but you don't know what it
No, I
entails.
don't make motions. What I'm asking is, what is the board's opinion on this
I
before
feel
I
as
send
though
it
the
to
board would be
Jacob?
overstepping their boundaries when you already have, it's a constitutional right, it's a doctor-patient confidentiality. I've already fought Dan, I fought the county on this. I was on the marijuana task force that made these rules with the county.
You can limit the size of greenhouse.
Yeah.
Yes, but for what purpose? You're gonna tell everybody that comes in here to get a greenhouse, they can only have so big? Fine, you can do that, that's be everybody.
Didn't they do that already?
But then you can't say it's because of water use. when
Didn't they do that already?
next door is already, because the state of Colorado says when they grow grass, it takes as much water as
So
an
what if-
acre of hemp. That's 350,000 plants on an acre. Takes
So
as
what if
much
the
as
motion was
water.
just to enforce the current covenants and not allow greenhouses over a certain size?
Yeah.
That's already written.
That was only.
That's already written.
So do we grandfather in everything that's already in now?
Yeah, you have to. You have to.
Wait, what's done